If you're having feelings of detachment, like you're watching somebody else live your life, you could be experiencing what's called depersonalization. You're going to question if you're crazy, if this is going to go on forever. Why doesn't anything feel real anymore? Where are my emotions? Who is the person I used to be? You might even be wondering, is this the rest of your life? Well, if you want answers and you want to get through depersonalization, get on the other end of this better than the person you were before, you've come to the right place, because I've done that and I have a plan for you to get rid of depersonalization. I just realized the other day that it's been over 10 years since I've experienced depersonalization. What a feeling that is. What an accomplishment. 10 years without having to live through that nightmare. If you're watching this and you have depersonalization, I sympathize for you. I know exactly what that feels like. I can empathize with your pain. I remember showering and looking at my hands and not recognizing them. I remember looking in the mirror and seeing myself as I wiped away the fog, and my brain was just stuck in this funk, this fog that would never clear. I just felt like life was over. I couldn't stop thinking about the universe, life itself, my existence, how it felt meaningless, how everything I had worked towards up until that moment felt like a waste of time. What was the point? I felt detached. My brother, my best friend, could have died and I wouldn't have had any feelings towards it, because I wasn't the person I was before. I was afraid. I was scared. But at the same time, I felt nothing at all. All I wanted was this depersonalization. These feelings of immense detachment to go away. I had never, ever experienced anything like this before. It was like smoking so much pot to the point where you can't wait to come down from that high a bit so you can feel normal, but it doesn't go away. That was extremely painful. And you know that feeling. If you're watching this video or you know somebody, you know what they're going through, or you know what this is. It's terrible. So what did I do? How did I get through this? What was the plan? Well, here's the thing for me. I would go to the gym and work out. I've been doing that since I was in 7th grade. Every week. Never skipping a gym session. When I got depersonalization, I went to the gym one day. I unracked some weights, was doing squats, and I felt so different. It didn't feel the same. I felt detached. I felt like I was going to pass out, have a panic attack, and I racked the weight. I went back to my dorm room, and I felt sorry for myself. I even for a moment felt like maybe lifting is over for me, my passion, my identity. Yes, my identity. I let lifting become my identity, who I was. People would say, that Lamont guy? Oh, the guy that works out? That was who I was. Unfortunately, that's what I allowed to happen. I allowed myself to become this thing, the guy that worked out. I felt like that could be taken from me. But I didn't let that happen. I kept going to the gym and I kept trying. I know a lot of you love doing things, or at least you used to love doing things, and you stopped doing them when you got depersonalization. I'm going to tell you right now, that is a mistake. I used to get messages from people all the time saying they're going to get back to the things that they love when depersonalization is gone. Do you have any idea how bad of an idea that is? Getting back to the things you love when it's gone? Who knows when that could be with that mindset? When is it going to be gone? Tomorrow? A month from now? 10 years from now? Do you really want to wait 10 years to get back to doing what you love? Maybe you don't feel the exact same way you did before about it. Lord knows I didn't. I didn't like lifting as much as I used to, but it's all I knew. I knew it was what I loved before, and I kept doing it. And you know what happened eventually? Whenever I would go to the gym, this took a little bit of time, but when I would lift weights, when I would connect with my body, when I would feel the burn, the stretch of the muscles, I would slowly leave my head and get back into my body. It was a form of meditation, grounding me to this earth, getting me out of my head, getting me out of that fog. I could feel my body getting stronger, getting bigger, and eventually, every time I went to the gym, depersonalization went away. As soon as I would leave, it would slowly come back. But you know what that did? It gave me hope. It gave me hope that I could feel like that all the time. If it can go away here, I can get rid of these feelings of depersonalization. This next part's kind of tricky. This took me a while to understand. So I kept going to the gym. I kept lifting weights, and I would feel normal when I got to the gym. That was great. That felt amazing. I had that small snippet in my life every day when I went to the gym where I would feel like me again. Like I said, that gave me hope. Here's the part that became a problem. I used to love going to the movies, going to the mall, and then I would experience panic attacks when I was doing certain things that I loved. And then I would avoid those things, which I'm assuming you've experienced something similar. You say, that's a trigger, I'm not going to go do that. And I understand where you're coming from because I felt the same exact way. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I could feel panic. I didn't want to feel my heart racing like I could die for no reason because I was fine. You're fine. Here's the issue. When you start making restrictions like that, I am a firm believer that you are creating boundaries that are harmful for you. And the reason I say that is this. You are creating an identity for depersonalization. You're giving it power over you. And I know this is probably going to sound crazy, but I'm asking you, I'm begging you, if you want to get rid of this ginormous weight on your shoulders, you need to stop being afraid. This is the truth. You already know how bad it can get. You already know what depersonalization feels like. So what's the worst that could happen if you went and did those things? You already know. You're already prepared. And I know it sucks, but I promise you this. The more you go and do those things, the more you lean into it and start tell yourself this. This is exactly the words I said in my head. I'm not afraid of you anymore. I had given it that identity just like you do, and I stopped being afraid. And I had this image in my mind, and I'll tell you this. I don't know if this will help you at all, but I visualized it in my mind, and it gave me this power over depersonalization. And this is what helped wash those feelings away almost instantly. And I've actually heard other people share a similar story, so there's something to this. I visualized myself in my head. I closed my eyes, and I saw myself on this rock. And the rock was me feeling normal when I was lifting weights. Me, myself, the person I was before depersonalization. This shit changed me. I know that. And on the rock was me. Around it was grass. And all of that was depersonalization. And I was trying to avoid it. I had restricted my life to this small, simple life where I was unwilling to expand. I was unwilling to do more with my life because I was afraid, just like you probably are. I, in my mind, took the step off the rock and I stopped being afraid of depersonalization. I stopped giving it power over me. I said, enough of this shit. Bring it on. I literally looked at in my head. I saw whatever it was, the depersonalization. You can create whatever kind of image for it in your head, but look at it and mean it when you say it, that you're not afraid anymore, and give me the best you've got. Lean into it. Don't be afraid. Let it happen. It's happening for a reason. You have to let it happen and experience it. The more you give it identity, the more you're afraid of it, the more you shy away and block off parts of your life that you're not going to experience anymore. You're going to wait until it's gone to get back to living. It's going to take control of your life, and who knows when you can get back to things. Maybe it will be there forever if you don't take charge now. Change doesn't happen tomorrow. It happens right now. It's time to get out of your head and back into your body. It's time to stop being afraid. Reclaim your life. Reclaim who you were. Go from who you used to be to who you are becoming. Right now, you're in limbo. You're not going anywhere until you get over here where you need to be, where you're supposed to be. Your destiny. Fight this shit. Walk through the fire. Stop being afraid. Maybe you quit your job, you quit doing the things you love, you stop hanging out with your friends because you're afraid. You have given this too much power over your life. And change starts right now. You turn your phone off, you turn your computer off, you take a breath, and you visualize yourself taking power. Take control of your life. This is your life. You only live so long and then you're gone. Stop being afraid. Get out there and kick ass. I'm sick of this shit. Say that to yourself. You're done. You're not afraid anymore, and you're going to take charge. That is what you need to do. As soon as I did that, as soon as I stopped giving it power over me, I could feel it. The walls of restriction it had over me breaking. I could feel myself taking control again. And slowly but surely, everything started feeling normal again. And here's another question I used to get all the time. Will I feel like myself again when depersonalization's gone, or am I going to be somebody completely different? And if you're anything like I was, you wanted to be you. I loved who I was, and I wanted that back. I am me. I am who I always was, but I am better because now I have this experience behind me. Now I can give back to a community of people that are suffering. I want these suffering people to thrive again, to not take life for granted, because I'm sure you did, like I did. Everything was normal. Who knew it could get so bad, right? Now you know. And now you know that you took your life for granted. You're going to reclaim your life. You're going to reclaim who you were, and you're going to be better than ever. If this helped at all in any way, leave a comment. Drop a like on the video. Hit the bell icon. Anything you do is going to help share this to somebody else that needs to hear this. So share the video and support the channel, because I want to help people with depersonalization. I wish somebody was there for me when I needed it. I had to figure this out all on my own, and it was hard. It was really hard, and I'm sure you know how hard it is. I want to be that support that I never had for you. So thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for watching the video. It's time to heal. You're going to do this. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you.